So recently, I've been doing a lot of recruitment for different clients, different roles, blah, blah, blah. And I'm coming across a lot of Nigerians who are obviously very qualified, sometimes even overqualified for the roles. And it's really paining me because I know they're not going to get these roles. And you look at the CV, it's a good CV. And this is outside of all the stuff around like name biases and stuff like that on CVs, which already exist. But then you pick up the phone to call the person, and the style of communication, not even the accent, but the style of communication is already a turn off for most hiring managers, most companies, and just, the norms of how we do things and what we think makes people like quote unquote valuable or desired or wanted in the recruitment market. So that whole thing of like, in Nigeria, we care a lot about respect and hierarchy and all of that other kind of stuff. But to an extent, you kind of need to leave that at home and not bring it into the office. I can't be calling you and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. I can do anything you want. But like, no, because it makes them seem desperate. And I'm talking about Nigerians born in Nigeria, very educated, very smart, worked very hard, even just to get to the point where you can come to the UK and study. If you don't come from a very rich family, there's a lot of stuff that you need to do.
Let me just pause this here. I remember when I was looking for my official first big girl job. By big girl job, I mean like in the corporate space. And for the first time, a recruiter called me and was asking me to tell them about myself and what I do. And I blacked out. I blacked out so much. I couldn't really say what I did. Like, I remember clearly that I was saying,
I can do anything. I can do anything. You see Excel? I'm so good at Excel. You see Microsoft Word? I can do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't remember the things that I usually do. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But honestly, trust me. I can do anything that you want me to do.
hey. The lady was like,
I can tell the enthusiasm in your voice. I can tell that you're really passionate. We'll give you a call back when we're done speaking to other people.
till today, I never received a call. Till today, I never received a call back from those people.
Now you're on your postgraduate visa, you're hustling all this stuff, and then you get on the phone and that kind of desperation, that's how it feels. It comes out, or the style of communication where actually a lot of companies, they want somebody that they can take to the pub or whatever, or someone that you can have a beer with, someone you can talk to. And I think probably just because of the amount of pressure that's on these roles sometimes, or the desire to get a job, and a lot of this times these jobs can be life-changing, the way people communicate and the kind of social etiquette is so different here professionally than it is in Nigeria. And I know it's not just Nigerians, but obviously I'm Nigerian, British born, but Nigerian, like, I feel for them, because I'm seeing these people who are just so qualified and, I'm sure would do a really good job, and just looking at and listening to them and thinking like, number one, even if I put you forward, you're probably not going to get this role because of stuff that is like more cultural. And yes, I know we should be sensitive to it and we should be able, but that's just not where we are. So I've been thinking about like what I can actually do about it. And I mean, what can I do about it? I'm just one person.
Before I got my first big girl job, like I said, when I was with my mentor, she also attacked the way I spoke. Reasons being that there are certain languages you're not supposed to use in the corporate space. Like, you should be able to speak all the corporate jargons, like use all the words, even if they don't make sense to you. You should get to that point where when someone calls you, you can literally switch from your default way of speaking to the professional way of speaking. That way you also pose as someone that knows what they are saying or what they are talking about, or you pose as somebody that has experience in the field. Even if you don't have experience in the field, just the fact that you can use all their languages, you can speak the way they speak, and you don't come across too strong, you don't come across desperate. Because what they teach us in Nigeria is, oh, you need to be so polite, you need to be so humble, you need to just be so down to earth, and somebody will see you and appreciate you and employ you. But yeah, nobody rewards humility. They don't used to reward humility. They don't reward you being down to earth, all those things. No, you need to be as professional as you can be, because all those things will not really take you far, unfortunately. This is why, to an extent, you actually do need a mentor or a coach in the corporate space, because you're transitioning from what you're used to into this new country. You need someone that has been in that country and has that experience. I can teach you the ways that you can even approach interviews, like when recruiters calls you unannounced, like how do you speak? The way you speak can actually be a limiting factor. It doesn't necessarily mean your name is blocking you. I know, yes, there's biases towards our name, but if they break beyond that bias and they call you and it's like you can't even speak professionally because you are stuck up in the way you used to speak back home, then that could also be one of the things that are limiting you from getting the job. You don't need to appear very desperate. You don't need to beg for the job. You need to sound very confident that you know what you're talking about, that you have knowledge in the thing that you're doing. This is what will get you the job rather than begging for it or coming off too strong or coming off too desperate. But yeah, this is my own take on this particular video. Guys, we need to target or attack the way we speak. It will really go a long way in helping us get jobs.
The reason why Black women cannot get a job right now, and the reason why y'all keep talking about there's like a hiring freeze, is not because y'all not qualified. It's because y'all keep trying to get the same type of job. Y'all either is in customer service or being a corporate baddie or work from home. If everybody is looking and trying to get into that same field, of course it's going to be a freeze. Of course it's not going to be enough jobs for y'all. Y'all need to get into type of jobs like construction or either healthcare. Healthcare, construction, engineering. Y'all need to get into that type of field. Because listen, I'm not trying to brag, but I got hired twice this month. And I only applied for 5 jobs. And I'm still in welding school. I'm in trade school still. And I got hired twice. I actually quit one and got hired the next day. You don't need no fancy resume. You don't need somebody charging you for a course. You don't need any of that. You need to get into a different field, a field that is high demand, a field that needs you. You don't have to even look like me. You don't have to wear a Carhartt and get your hands dirty. You could be a construction management. You could be an engineer. You don't have to do what all the other girls is doing. Everybody wants to do work from home. Everybody want to do customer service. And everybody wants to do corporate baddie. And to be quite honest, why? Those jobs is not even like union jobs. Let's be honest. I wouldn't even want to do those type of jobs. They be laying people off like that. I have not heard of a corporate baddie saying she's in the union. I have not heard of work from home telling me that they're in the union. And I have not heard of customer service telling me they're in union.
To a certain extent, I actually do agree with this particular lady. I feel like this is just way more than the Black girl. Because as immigrants, I know that there was a buzz around business analysis or being a business analyst. And not that I'm against it because I'm a business analyst myself. I didn't become a business analyst from the buzz. I did my research in 2020 and then found out that business analysis was going to be something in the years to come. But I didn't know it was going to get that buzz that it got. Now, the thing is that everybody heard about, become a business analyst today. Being a business analyst is the quickest way to get into tech and all of that. What has happened right now? Everyone has filled up that space that now everybody is competing to actually get the job. Both existing business analysts, they're competing with people that are trying to get in. It is so difficult right now. The barrier to entry is like so tight. Like now, companies are now coming to say they don't even need business analysts anymore because the buzz became too much and everybody was literally overwhelming them. When I was leaving my mentor, she was looking for a junior business analyst to join her and support her. And then we put out an application for a business analyst role. I kid you not, in less than a day, the amount of applications that we received for that particular junior business analyst role, it was overwhelming even for us. Talking about bigger companies, right? Now, what this does is that when you go to somewhere that demand is so high, you will struggle to get a job. When you are immigrating, it's good to be very, very strategic in the way you approach the job market. You don't have to be a business analyst. I'm all about chasing your passion, right? But I'm also all about not chasing where everybody is going into. Because if everybody is going into that place, that's where you experience all the problems. You are struggling to get a job. When you get the job, they'll lay you off quickly because a lot of people are there or they feel like they don't need you again. Like they have options. If you like, go. Somebody else can come and take up that role. You don't need to do all the things that everybody are doing to make money. You can make money in other fields. You just take some time and do your research. I'm sure that there are other fields that are not as popular, but that are making people a lot of money if you just take your time and do your research. Most people that are doing business analysis, for example, in this case, I'm using business analysis as an example because that is what I experienced. Most people that are pushing themselves into the side of tech, is it even something that you want to do? When you get into the job, would you even understand what is going on? I'm not an advocate of like following the crowd because that way you're even delaying things for yourself when you could have gone through another path and you would even be succeeding and even living a more relaxed life. So guys, know the way you're approaching the job market as an immigrant. Don't go to somewhere because everybody is saying go there, go there, go there. Don't chase the buzz. Going for somewhere that demand is high, it means that you're a lot that are going there. And as so all of you are rushing there, how will they let people inside? Just think about it. How will they let people inside when people are plenty that are headed towards that same direction? Why don't you stand out and go to somewhere else that is free and the competition is low? You don't have to work in tech for you to make money. You don't have to be in IT to make money. People are making money from doing other little things. Think about what it is that you want to do as a person and chase that. Don't follow the crowd. I think that this particular video really just ties up to what I've already said. It says mode when you didn't allow other migrants to deceive you into sticking to one stream of income in this UK because of COS visa. Honestly, immigrants will advise you. It's up to you to take their advice. If you don't do your research, you would not know the things that are available to you. Most times, if you don't search, you won't find. You need to search to be able to find, right? If you don't search, you won't find. Don't be deceived by what others are saying. I've had a lot of regrets because I didn't put myself out there as much as possible and I followed what people said. People are making money. UK is hard, UK is hard. I'm sure that there are people that are not struggling. I'm sure that there are people that are actually just cruising along, right? Even when I was still in the UK, like when people are like, it's so hard, it's so hard, it's so hard. That's why I even started my channel to encourage immigrants that it's not as hard as people are saying. People say you never gain success, you never achieve certain things. I believe that that is a lie. As an immigrant, you don't need to suffer. Being an immigrant is not a curse. You can achieve as many things as you want to achieve for yourself. If your mind is there and you search for it, you will find it.
If you moved abroad, can you just please tell me that everything's going to be all right? Can you tell me that I'm going to get a really good job and that I'm going to find a flat that I love? Because I'm stressed. I have been in Toronto for 2 days. I don't have a flat. I don't have a job. If you have either of those things in Toronto and you would like to give them to me, I would be very appreciative. And I just keep applying to things and not hearing anything back. And yeah, I just need all the girls to tell me that everything's going to be okay because I'm really stressed. I'm really stressed and it doesn't feel like it's going to be okay. Okay, thank you, bye.
If you feel this way, I'm here to tell you that everything is going to be okay. Before I went into Canada, I watched a lot of videos. Everyone was saying it's so hard to get a job. It's so hard to get a house. It's so hard to settle in Canada. Canada is not what it used to be and all of that. And I won't lie, it was one of the reasons why I didn't move by the time I was meant to move. But what happened? I came in and in less than a month, I got 2 job offers. Now, for more clarity, I didn't accept these offers because I didn't know I was going to get a job that quickly. Because of what everyone said, I went all in. I put my best foot forward. In my head, I was like, once I have my baby, then hopefully by then one of these applications would have clicked and I would have gotten a job and all of that. But I got the offer like quicker than I actually expected. And I didn't accept it because they didn't know that I was heavily pregnant and I was like almost due in like a week or 2. My point is, it's going to be all right. As long as you don't listen to the naysayers on social media who tell you that you can't achieve anything. And as long as you are putting in all the effort that you are expected to put in to achieve your desired results, I promise you that you're going to be okay. If you're a new immigrant who is going through the same struggles and you are feeling overwhelmed and you are scared, you are not sure what tomorrow holds, you're not sure what to expect from being an immigrant, that is why I'm here. I'm here to tell you that you would be okay. Everything would be okay. Everything will be all right. You just need to be very consistent at the thing you want to do. You need to try your best as much as possible. You need to be patient. You need to be determined and very resilient because it might not take some time, but it might take some time for you to achieve your desired results. But with a bit more patience and resilience, I promise you that you're going to get to your desired destination. Honestly, you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be fine. Don't listen to all those people that are saying being an immigrant is a scam, being abroad is a scam. Everywhere is tough. Even if you're back home, everywhere is tough. For the fact that you're here, it means you chose to be here, right? And you will deal with every challenge that comes your way and you will turn out successful at the end of the day. Trust me. Just keep at it. Just keep trying. Everything will turn out fine eventually. I promise you. I promise you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and comment. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.